So it's been a while since we did our last concept video. To be precise, a little over 2 weeks. But that video, there was almost 1,000 comments of just ideas that I told you guys to write just for attackers, okay? And I only said attackers because the last video was defenders. I mean, if you guys are interested, you guys should go watch that video. Look, it's right there. Like, that's a thumbnail, that's a title. I mean, right here, I'm pointing into it right now. Like, that's cool. Nonetheless, this is the attacker version. If you guys want to be part of the series, all you gotta do is comment down below what you see on your screen for operators, including an operator name, whether it's an attacker or defender, armor and speed, primary weapons, secondary weapons, gadgets, and the main ability. These videos do take a while to come out, so if you guys are interested and want to see more of this, all you gotta do is leave a like. The video gets 2,000 likes within the first 24 hours. We'll post one this upcoming week with the comments from this video here. Nonetheless, let's get into it. Starting off from Chasam or Chasm. It's got a 4 in the middle of his name, so I'm just gonna go Chasam because that makes more sense to me. Operator name is Leonidas. Pretty solid, pretty solid. Already kind of concerned off the simple fact that we have an operator literally named Lion. So, you know, there's that. Birth name, Adi Kahaya. Oh fuck, I know I made myself sound bad by saying that. Origin, Indonesia. Yeah, I know damn well I made myself seem bad by not being able to pronounce that name. Position, attack, obviously. Primary gun, the Pindad SS2. You said that this is going to be a new gun, or the MK14 EBR. First of all, that's my favorite goddamn gun in the game right now, the MK14. Or the MP5 Dox SMG with an ACOG. Let me just point out one thing. I do appreciate the fact that it's a new weapon. I have never seen this weapon or heard of this weapon, so very curious to know what that is. Probably an assault rifle. Love the DMR, and I actually like the fact that Dox SMG, the MP5, is actually going to be on attack, because it can be an attack weapon. Secondary guns. Gone 6 or the SIG Sauer P320. Solid choices. 1 speed, 3 armor. Unit is Nighthaven, Urban Warfare and Rescue Specialist. All right, so we have another Nighthaven operator. That's interesting. Primary gadget, the Phalanx drone. And he's got 3 of them. Already curious to know what the hell this is going to be. Secondary gadget is Claymore or Impact EMPs. But let's get into the description of the main gadget. Leonidas deploys a large and loud drone that deploys an only front-facing folding Kevlar. Same material as castle barricades. In brackets, exposed on the sides, unlike Monty, however, is slightly larger than the default shields. The shield has 2 modes, crouching or standing, which adjusts the shield's height before deployment accordingly. If the shield is set to crouch, the cover is only tall enough for crouching players. The shield comes with no visor, but is completely bulletproof. The shield can be broken with 8 melee strikes. The drone, however, is not bulletproof from above or below, and is considered an electrical gadget. When fully deployed, the Phalanx drone will slowly start advancing forward at the same speed of a walking 1-speed operator. If barricades or softwall is in front of the Phalanx drone, it will break through it. However, if deployed in full height, the Kevlar shield will snap in half and only be restricted to the crouch height. The drone will travel a max of 5 meters before stopping and planting the shield in place. Okay, that was a lot to unpack, first of all. Second of all, this sounds insane, but not broken off rip. What I'm getting at is it's pretty much a drone-driven castle barricade, and that's different. Like, that's weird, but different. What it kind of reminds me of is Harbor from Valorant, where you could place this like wave in front of you, like this big ass tidal wave, and it pretty much moves in front of you, but once it gets to a certain spot, it stops. However, that wave in Valorant you could shoot through. So it seems like that, but in Siege, and it's like a movable shield, and you get 3 of them. The way I see this is pretty much able to take map control and cover certain corridors. So let's say you're attacking Clubhouse, downstairs you're coming through main. Normally you have to worry about Armory door as well as bar double door. How I can see this being used is you place your Phalanx drone to go down the hallway, cutting off visibility as well as protecting yourself from certain shots and then pushing moto. I actually like this a lot. Like, I could see this being played like a decent bit. It does seem more on the situational side, but it does seem to have like the capability of like being able to make the play. And I think I appreciate that. All right, so this person did give us the counters. countered by playing vert or breaking the drone itself. Impacts to blow up the shield or drone. Mute disables the drone and makes the Kevlar shield fold down into crouch height. So I'm pretty sure that still means it gets deployed, but it cuts off its route a lot early. Solus can kill Leonidas while deploying the drone due to the deployment time. Okay. Electrified barbed wire, wall, or hatch it touches will overload the drone and destroy it completely. Alright, it's kind of a cool buff to barbed wire. Goyo or Aruni or Tachanka will light the Kevlar shield on fire, destroying the shield. Two-barrel canisters will freeze the device momentarily. Oryx can run through the shield. That's fucking... God damn it. Of course, fucking Oryx. So that's what counters Leonidas. But here's who Leonidas counters. Castle. Breaks through castle barricades. That's a W. Legion breaks Legion mine in its way. I'm assuming this also means like barbed wire. Capkin breaks Capkin traps. Frost breaks frost mats. Azami can break through the Kiba barriers. Maestro, nothing can be zapped by the evil eye. Mozzie will tank the pest drone. Nothing will happen since drone is not controllable. Oh, so it actually eats a Mozzie pest. That's interesting. I'm gonna be real. It, like, again, it doesn't seem like a broken character. This might be one of the more balanced characters that some of you guys actually created. This is dope. Okay, I am not gonna lie. There is a lot of fucking lore. Holy shit. But you know what? We're always here for the lore. Okay, I'm gonna try to pronounce the name again. Adi Kahaya. Fuck, I hope I got that right. Was born in Bandung, Indonesia, to a military family deeply rooted in tradition and service. His father, a highly respected member of the Indonesian Kopassus Special Forces, instilled in him the values of resilience and determination from an early age. However, Adi faced a unique challenge. He was born without his left leg due to congenital condition. I fucking butcher that a lot. Such a circumstance might have meant limitations, but for Adi, it was a call to rise above expectations. First of all, I'm fucking loving this lore already. And this is just like the beginning of the lore. His father, a man of discipline and grit, refused to treat Adi differently. Respect, respect. From the moment he could walk with a homemade prosthetic, his father pushed him to live life with no excuse. In quotes, the world won't wait for you to catch up, his father would say, so you'd better run ahead. Under his father's guidance, Adi learned to swim, climb, and even spar. What others saw as a limitation, Adi saw as an opportunity to innovate and adapt. Despite his physical challenges, Adi excelled in school and athletics, often outpacing his peers in perseverance and creativity. However, his true passion lay in the understanding of human behavior and under pressure. He pursued studies in psychology and tactical operations, combining his physical training with a sharp, analytical mind. By his early 20s, he had built a reputation as a resourceful and determined individual who thrived in high-stakes environments. Adi first met Aruni, a fellow amputee and seasoned operative, at a support group for amputees long before he joined Nighthaven. Their friendship grew quickly, with Aruni providing valuable encouragement and insight as Adi navigated his unique challenges. When he was later recruited to Nighthaven, their bond helped transition smoothly into the organization, where his tactical ingenuity and unshakable resolve earned him the nickname Leonidas, like the Spartan King. That's a bar! Adi embodied the spirit of standing firm against overwhelming odds. Off the field, Leonidas is a deeply empathetic individual who is easygoing, taking a fondness to actions-packed cinema. He often works with charitable organizations in Indonesia, advocating for greater accessibility and opportunities for people with disabilities. He's known for his infectious optimism, often reminding his teammates that it's not about the hand you're dealt, it's how you play it. Today, as a trusted member of Nighthaven, Leonidas continues to prove the limitations are only what allowed to be. His courage, resourcefulness, and steadfast resolve make him an invaluable asset to the team and a beacon of inspiration for those who face adversity head-on. First of all, based off of the lore we've already had throughout the series, again, I love when you guys go deep in depth into the lore. Some people might not, but for those people, you're boring, okay? It's the point of these videos. This is my favorite lore, okay? A solid but simple backstory that pretty much makes you understand Leonidas as an operative as well as a person. I like this a lot. Lore off rip, 10 out of 10. Our boy gave some cool voice lines for gadget deployment, so I'm gonna read a few of them. Give them nothing, take from them everything. God damn it. Holy shit. My shield moves forward, so do we. Rolling the shield, use it wisely. He also gave us a special interaction. Hold on. When the shield's burnt by Naruni Gate, it just says, stop messing with me. All right, I'm not gonna lie. This was a lot to unpack off just one operator. Holy shit, that was a lot. But I enjoyed that. That was probably one of my favorite concepts. And honestly, I'm not mad about it. The operator as a whole seems pretty balanced. Doesn't seem broken. Seems very situational. You know what I would use this for? I didn't even think about this. You could use this to block a Mira. Like realistically, going off of how this character is used, you could use it to like create a wall to block a Mira. All right, off rip, just as a whole, I already rated the lore as a 10 out of 10, but I'm gonna give this character a solid 10. I don't think there's anything wrong. It doesn't seem broken. Like literally nothing seems broken. Like it seems balanced and I can actually see it being played and created. Ubisoft, you gotta hire the homie over here. On to the next operator. I know that was a long one. This is from Kai I Lag 59. The name is, oh fuck, how do you pronounce? You know what? Another cameo from Sissy because I'm gonna butcher this. There you go.
Asclepius.
The god of healing in Greek and Roman mythology. Origin, Rome and Italy. Team attack. Primary weapons, the T-95, which is Ying's gun. That's interesting. I do not like that weapon. Like, personally, I don't like it, but it's interesting. Another one is the ACC Honey Badger. I completely forgot about the Honey Badger. I remember the Honey Badger from, like, Call of Duty Ghost. That gun was so cool in that game. Secondary weapons are the P9, Super Shorty, as well as the Bailiff 420. Interesting, 2 secondary shotguns. I wonder what the mindset is behind that one. Gadgets, impact EMPs, smokes, and frags. Got 3 options, a lot of versatility. Ability, the Kel-17. KE-117. Is a drone that he controls and can use to stim his teammates. Has 3 stims in each drone that when the drone activates, it starts to charge up the stims, but 1 is already available. Once all 3 stims are used, the drone deactivates and is no longer available to be used as a cam. That's interesting. The stims don't feel too helpful, only healing about 65 health. First of all, that's a lot of health, actually. That is very useful. It's just not compared to Doc, obviously. It can also revive an operator. Okay, so pretty much this just seems like a better version of Finka, but also a Finka with more steps, as it doesn't really make sense because you have to use a drone to heal somebody. I mean, realistically, I would, like, just for the sake of just practicality, I would probably run a Finka over this. Yes, it might be less health, but I can watch my teammates and not just heal 1, but heal everybody just off the click of a button. And I have 3 of them, which almost adds to literally 65. Counters, Mozzie. Can use the stims if Mozzie gets the drone. Mute, Solus, Vigil, and any operator with a shotgun. Why a shotgun? wait, why a shotgun that counters it? What the fuck? Are you saying you can only shoot this drone with a shotgun? Wait, that's an interesting one. Armor 3, Speed 1. We're gonna revisit this, but let's go to the lore real quick. Lore. Growing up in a poor family and poor health, while working as a mechanic, he learned how to build a fully working drone controlled by his phone. One night he got a call that his brother overdosed on something. In a quick panic, he attached a syringe to the drone and sent it to his parents' house to save his brother. His brother didn't make it, so to make sure something like that never happens again, he developed the KE-117. I just realized those are Master Chief's numbers. Sissy, you know what to do. That is a drone that can quickly give medical without the weight of doctors or medics. I swear to God, when reading this, I just thought of fucking Baymax from Big Hero 6. All right, so we got the lore breakdown. I actually enjoy the lore. That's kind of depressing, but you know what? That's some real shit. Going off of the drone itself, I don't honestly see myself using it. It would be cool as an operator, all right? I do like the option of just this being a character, but it's not game-changing. It really does seem situational. Now, what would make this cool is if you could deploy it and let's say the operator dies, that your teammates could take control of it so they could still stim themselves. That would be pretty cool. But the fact that that's not a thing, I don't know how to feel about it. Oh man, I don't want to do you like this. But if I had to rate the practicality of this character, I'm gonna give you a solid like a 3 out of 10. I just don't see it being a thing that works in this game. Like, we already have Finka, so like it doesn't really make any sense. I like the idea of it, and I think this would be like more of a defense thing, but on attack, I just don't see the practicality in it. Unless I mean, is it a flying drone? I'm assuming it's a flying drone, but even then I still don't see it like working out that well. Like maybe it depends on how quick it is, but I'm gonna give it a 3. Lore, I'm gonna give it like a 6. Overall, I did appreciate this, but we're moving on to the next one. Now this one is actually credited to 2 people because according to Sissy, they're both very similar, and he pretty much combined the both of them. This is from Sebastian, as well as A1 Sam. Off rip, 3 armor, 1 speed. Okay, 2 flashes. For some reason, this guy gave us the speed and gadget off rip. Attacker, his name is Prizrak. Fuck! I can't pronounce these names. But it says Russian for ghost, okay? Ability, the AMAX rifle. Holy shit, that sounds tough already. This better be good. Secondary weapon, Mac 10 with silencer, P229. The main weapon is similar to Glaz or Kali, then he doesn't have another primary. So it's a sniper rifle? This is a very broad description of this character, but we'll go with it. It's a fucking sniper, alright, or DMR. But let's get into the main part, okay? Fuck the weapons, let's just get into the main AMAX rifle. Here's the description. A rifle with the ability to shoot armor-piercing bullets through a reinforced wall, does 120 damage, 1 shot to any operator no matter what. Oh, okay. So this is a sniper rifle. Like it's an insane one. Disadvantage is the rifle can only hold 1 bullet and the reload is 2 seconds. Oh, so this is like a more situational boss G. When Prizrak is ADS, his sniper gives off a bright sniper glare, even when reloading. Look at that, that's weird. The reloading part doesn't make any sense. It acts sort of like a golden gun and Maverick's blowtorch with 1 shot. So you're telling me this character could shoot, just genuinely shoot a fucking, like a big ass hole into the wall. That's tough. It must be shot at crouch level or head level. You cannot lay down with it. Okay, first of all, that's an interesting one. So you can't prone with it. This is only a crouching, standing up weapon. That's very game-changing just for the operator in playstyle. The gun charges and has a laser sight. It's very loud and the defense is very aware of it happening. You know what this pretty much sounds like? Like deadass. Okay, we just read the main ability. This just sounds like what Kali should have been. Like, it just seems like a rework to Kali. That's what I get at. Because Kali is so bad now, this just seems what Kali should have been. I think we can all agree with it. Here's a problem with, I know I'm going sidetracked off this. Here's the problem with Kali. She has a sniper, right? But that sniper doesn't deal 1 shot. This sniper does, but has the debuff of only having 1 round in the chamber. I think that's fair. Kali can break like mute jammers and shit, but realistically, she is so easy. I mean, so easy to counter with a bandit trick or a Cade trick. If you had this operator, you would easily counter bandit and mute tricking. And it could break reinforced walls, which also makes me think that this character could break mirrors as well as like deployable shields and stuff. And probably castle barricades. You could probably shoot a big ass hole in a castle barricade. Yeah, that makes sense. So yeah, if I'm being real, this just sounds like a genuine rework to Kali. But before we get into the rating, let's read the lore. When Prizrak was 16, he illegally drafted for World War II as a frontliner. How fucking old is this guy? Wait, World War II? Wait, he was 16. Wait, what is the number on that? This guy's old as fuck. Well, off rip. Wait, this is everywhere. This doesn't make sense. He took down over 200 German soldiers after his team was wiped out. During the war, he thought to make thermite bullets that could pierce armor and tanks. So, okay, so, bro, this motherfucker is 91, bro. This doesn't make sense, bro. This guy is 91. We have a 91-year-old operative. This doesn't make sense. If this was like his grandfather and this was the lore, I would have been like, cool. But the fact that this is the guy, like, makes this so much funnier. Bro, we have a fucking 91-year-old R6, like, veteran, dog. Respect to homie. He eliminated 200 German soldiers, but this lore doesn't make any sense. This would have been cool if this was like, this guy's like great-grandson and he just used the gadget that he created, but off rip, that doesn't make any sense. All right, I'm gonna be realistic. The AMAX rifle as a whole, I think should be Kali's rework, just straight up. Like, I'd rate it like a solid like 6 out of 10, okay? If Kali's rifle was like a 2 out of 10 with her ability, or sorry, like a 3 out of 10, I think this could be easily a 6. The lore is straight up like fucking 1, okay? We have a 91-year-old out here playing Siege. Like, this is actually wild. It's a fact that he's a World War II veteran. He was a frontliner too. Like, that's what made it even better. That doesn't make any sense. All right, before I start laughing anymore, I'm gonna move on to the next one. This is from Shrek. What 20th anniversary, whatever. Okay, this is a crazy name. Operator concept. Name Trace. I already think of Tracer from fucking Overwatch. She had a badonkadonk. All right, 2 speed, 2 armor, origin France. Primary weapon is the CZ Bren 2. Isn't the Bren like an LMG? I believe it is. The SG CQB, which is Twitch's shotgun. The secondary is the SIG SP22. I do not know what that is. Okay, so that's interesting. With the Bailiff 410. Gadgets, frag grenade, hard breach charge. Solid. All right, I like the, first of all, secondary gadgets and primary weapons. They sound pretty cool. I like it. I'm pretty sure the Bren, if I'm not mistaken, was like a World War II weapon. I don't know if it's the CZ Bren 2, if it's a more modernized one, but I'm pretty sure it's an LMG. So that's interesting. I could be wrong. I might be wrong. I might be talking shit right now. I have no idea. But let's get into the ability. The Coyote Radio Interceptor. 4 charges. This is already interesting. A pistol-like device with multiple antennas sticking out in front of it. When pointed at any electronic that requires a defender to activate, use the phone or similar device, any cameras, C4s, turning an FNAT on, etc., and used after a short delay. Ooh. It will ping any defender that tries to use that device. The maximum duration is 20 seconds, but it can end sooner if she moves more than 20 meters away or there is a reinforced wall between her gadget and the hack device. Dead defenders are unable to see out of the hack cameras for the duration. Hold on. This is insane. So it's only devices that can be activated. So I would think yokai drones, Mozzie drones, just default cameras in general. Obviously, Valkyrie cams. C4s is a crazy one. Maestro cameras, etc. So anything that actually needs activation. Actually, maybe not Maestro cameras, but that's interesting. And it pings them if they get onto it or activate it. That is actually so crazy because this would essentially make hopping on cameras dangerous. I don't really understand the whole... I mean, actually, no, I do get it. So if she hacks a default camera or like a black eye camera, have to be like in the vicinity. So there's one thing that doesn't make any sense to me. I'm actually like thinking about this to myself right now. So I get the concept, right? If you hack a C4, it means you have to be looking at the C4. How does that work? Like, wouldn't you just shoot the C4 instead? You know, before I get into the breakdown, there was a section called Synergy, and I guess this is going to be like a combination of how to use this operator. So before I break down anything, let's just get to this. If she uses her ability on a dead defender's smartphone and Dokubi uses her ability, one random defender will be pinged. Okay. If IQ pings a gadget and there's only a soft wall or floor between it and Trace, she can use her ability on it because radio can pass through some material. Okay, that makes more sense. Okay, that's what I was asking myself because like if I saw a Valkyrie camera, I'm not gonna hack it because I mean if the defenders can still get on it, I would just shoot it, right? As well as default cameras. But if it's like through the floor or through a wall, I can see this being used with IQ. That makes so much more sense. I like that. It's a small detail. It's another version of essentially Intel operator, but at the same time, like I feel like this should be IQ. Like I know the one I said before should have been like a calorie work. This could be something that IQ does. She could ping it through the wall and then hack it for like that duration. That would make sense. To bring 2 operators just to do that is kind of crazy. But I guess you know I don't know. That's at least that's my thought on it. Let's go into the lore. Originally working in radio technology research and cyber warfare, after a major bombing targeting French government offices carried out by small drones, the lab she worked in was commissioned to design specialized jammers that could trace radio signals. During this project, she met the R&D team from Rainbow and quickly became close with Mira and Twitch. The project would quickly be cancelled due to lack of funding, but she was able to keep the prototype for herself, which she then modified into her Coyote Radio Interceptor. Years later, she would receive an email from Mira requesting that she join Viper Strike in order to aid in their efforts of tracking down the Curry's Legion. Curry's Legion. I don't know how to pronounce it. I'm so sorry. Solid lore. Okay. I like it. Nothing crazy. Solid. I'll be real. This operator ability does take a lot to like break down. I know I'm a little bit all over the place for this one, but that's because I have to ask myself a lot of questions. All right. I got to think of counters. I got to think of a bunch of stuff. I'm assuming mute is like just an insanely strong counter. The only thing that doesn't make sense to me is the fact that if I saw like a C4 pre-placed, I wouldn't hack it. I would just shoot it, right? Or maybe I would hack it and then just wait for the ping. I mean, that is interesting. But also, the fact that you have to pair it with somebody like IQ doesn't... You don't have to, but it helps, is interesting. I feel like if you pull out this gadget, you should be able to see certain, like, gadgets through a wall. That's why I say this should be like an IQ ability. I feel like IQ's passive should be able to see, like, electronics through walls, but I feel like her main ability should be this ability. You know what I mean? So you wouldn't have to bring 2 operators to do this. If that was the case, that'd be crazy. Also, the operator's name is Margaret Chezaur. Chezaur? I'm assuming that's how it is. Guys, I swear to God, I'm a dumbass. I'm illiterate. Leave me alone. If I had to rank this operator's ability as a whole, I kind of like it. I could see this being like a solid rework for IQ, but I know that's not the point of this video. This is its own operator. As its own operator, I'm gonna give it like a solid like 6. I could see this being a thing. I just think it needs to be perfected more. But everything else is solid. The lore, I'm gonna give a solid 6 as well. On to the next one. This is from Detroit. Attacker name is Artemis. Ooh, okay. Origin, Alaska. Gadget, Coyote's Leech. Loadout. Primaries are G36C as well as the UZK-50GI, which I'm pretty sure is actually Thorn's SMG. Secondaries are the Bailiff and the USP-40. I feel like every secondary throughout this video has been Bailiff. I feel like everybody likes the Bailiff. The Coyote's Leech could be shot out from a wrist device, similar to Twitch, being able to stick and crawl on walls. Its appearance is similar to a Mozzie Pest, but with a drill stinger in the middle. The Coyote's Leech can be charged up to jump while spinning its drill, giving out a noise cue. Ooh, hold on. When the Leech jumps, it will stick to any defender it hits, but breaks if it does not hit any. When the Leech is on a defender, it cannot be removed by anybody. When the Leech is detonated by the device on Artemis' wrist, it will ping the defender's location once and inject them with a disorienting toxin that will leave the defender unable to hear and permanently set their HP max to what it was at the time of detonation. Can be countered by Thunderbird, which will remove the disorienting effect. Doc Stims, which will reset the HP max to back to normal, but won't fully heal them. The Mute Jammers can stop the drone, and defenders in the Mute Jammers range won't get pinged. Mozzie Pest will attempt to hack it, but can miss the Leech due to its small size, so it won't be able to pass the Pest without charging and using its jump. This is a weird idea. The word is weird. So pretty much it's a drone that permanently pings somebody, which just sounds fucking crazy. The one thing that I like is the fact that it maxes out an operator's health and it disorients them. The way I see it, roam clearing with this thing would be crazy. This is like a roam clearing operator off rip. Imagine just you roam clear like a Vigil or a Solus around a corner and you just jump on them and it disorients them. So I'm assuming disorienting them is like similar to getting hit by like Zofia or Ella's concussion as well as like Echo's concussion, right? That makes sense to me. And it messes up their hearing as well. So that is tough. Roam clearing for this operator would be insane. Off rip, I like this character a lot. Doesn't seem like broken, and it does have solid counters. That makes sense. So I'm assuming there's also a timer on like, you know, disorienting as well as the hearing, but the permanent HP thing, that's crazy. That's really crazy. Like that's a wild part. Now before we rate the gadget, let's go into the lore. Artemis, aka Katrina Bakurtsi, at a young age lived with her parents in the woods, mostly cut off from the world outside. Her parents wanted her to go learn about things they couldn't, so they worked harder to afford her education. She excelled in her studies, being particularly interested in tracking technology. One day, on a hunting trip with her father, he was attacked by a feral grizzly bear and his body dragged away while she was told to hide. Jesus Christ. This event was very scarring to Katrina, whose traditions and customs valued burying the body of the people peacefully as very important. Oh, that's just sad. I'm not gonna lie. Her nickname Artemis, God of the Hunt. I just love when you guys create like names that like fits the lore of the character. Like y'all really be cooking. First of all, the lore is solid. All right, that fits the name of the character and it's pretty sad. And it kind of describes how this character became to be in the studies of creating this drone. I really do wish we could understand like how this character got into either Night Haven or Rainbow or whatever, but solid. I like this. If I had to rate the lore, I'm gonna give it a solid 7. I like this. This is pretty cool. 7 out of 10. I'll be real. The Betos Leech, or the Coyote's Leech, or however you pronounce it. I'm so sorry because I know I butcher a lot of words. I'm gonna give that a 9. Like, I really think that's a cool ability idea. I could see that being like a really cool roam clear. I personally like it a lot. Artemis is a really cool operator, and I'd be cool if this character was like actually brought into Siege. On to our last one from Skid Sigma Boys 428. Operator name is Coyote. Real name Damo Cooper. Australia. Attacker unit is SASR. Primary weapon is the MK18 CQBR AR plus ACOG. I'm pretty sure that is Blackbeard's AR. Am I wrong? No, it's the MK17 CQBR. Maybe it's not. Maybe I'm wrong, but this is the MK17. This is the MK18. Am I wrong? Maybe it's different. I don't know. Or the SR25 DMR, which is Blackbeard's, DMR with all sights. Secondary weapons are the Sig Sauer P228 or Gone 6 with extra round. Okay, Gone 6 with an extra round is kind of crazy. So 2-round Gone 6. Gadget name, Roller. Gadget nickname, Bessie. Secondary gadgets, grenades, breach charges, and flashes. Speed 3, armor 1. So, gadget literally says, so I don't know how to explain this, but it's basically an RCXD with the Maestro camera on it. This rover can also stick to walls. Bro just created a weaponized RCXD is what it, is that it? Like, it's literally just says, RCXD with the Maestro camera on it. So it's a drone that shoots motherfuckers. How has this never been a thing? Besides like Twitch drone, it's like a more deadly, Twitch drone. That's kind of crazy. All right, so here are the counters. Mute being one of them. Also said there will be a canister on the back of the drone so you could shoot to disable it. Oh, so you can't shoot this with just bullets. You have to shoot the canister. Impact grenades, C4. Tubarão, Goyo can overheat drone as well as Tachanka. This is a lot to unpack. So it's a bulletproof drone. It's with the gun. Bro, who gave a fucking RCXD with a switch? Like, what is this? I don't know how to feel about it. So if it's exactly what it says, like a Maestro camera, this means it could break gadgets. So essentially, it's a bulletproof drone that not only if you face it the right way, you could essentially roam clear without a roamer shooting it, forcing an impact grenade or a C4. And it can shoot gadgets, so I'm assuming it could shoot Kapkan traps, it could shoot Legion traps, etc. Even Miras. It just sounds like a better, like literally just a better Twitch. Like that's what this is. So it actually gave us a appeal for how the character would look. So the headgear, I guess, would be a global armor helmet, a full balaclava with 2 eye holes, a chest would be a TBAS V5 plate carrier, uniform, multicam uniform, sounds and voice lines. So just, okay, it literally says roller out is one of them. The second one is Bessie out and hunting. My drone is out, you can run, but you can't hide. Isn't that like Caveira's line? Wait a minute. Accent is heavy Australian. This is literally just weaponized. It's Mozzie and Twitch. Like, that's what I get from this. It's Mozzie, Twitch, and Maestro just fucking into one operator. What is this? Roll it out. I can't do it. I can't do an Aussie accent. I'm sorry. So I guess this operator also has a passive ability, and it's literally just says, when crouch walking, he is almost silent. When walking, he is quieter than most operators. When running, he's a tad bit under running as a different operator. What the fuck does that mean? What is this operator? Like, I actually don't understand this one at all, but I love it. Like, at the same time. Backstory time. He was born in the Northern Territory. He grew up to be a straight-A student and excellent in physical. His parents being Donna and just Patrick. With him decided to go to Afghanistan for a holiday. What the fuck is going there for a holiday? I'm actually in tears. Like, hold on, this was actually cracking me up. Oh my god. Who the fuck goes to Afghanistan for a holiday? My family's Afghani, right? Bro, they don't go to Afghanistan for a holiday, bro. He went to all different countries to learn about weapons and engineering. Once he finished that, he came back only to realize his parents were killed. Jesus Christ. I'm laughing at a horrible tragedy, but it's just so random and all over the place. When he saw the TV, he noticed that the Afghan war broke out. He went to Afghanistan before the Afghan war. Okay, that makes a lot more sense. He was so furious, he fled back to Australia to join the SASR. He somehow aced all of the training with 100% accuracy and was known as the Heartbroken Super Soldier. Jeez, what the fuck? All he wanted to do was avenge his parents. He then exceeded the longest kill possible with an unknown precision rifle. With his knowledge, he took out a whopping 294 Taliban soldiers. Jesus Christ, this guy's a serial killer. What the? Yo, who is it? Rambo? We got Rambo in this bitch? Australian Rambo. Okay. And then he was never seen again, not dead, just a ghost. Okay. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. The background story was a little bit all over the place. Towards the end, it started to like actually make sense. But I will say this beats the 91-year-old fucking World War II veteran that's a Rainbow Six operative. Okay? like that just, I can't picture a 91-year-old running around just like quick peeking and shit. Respect to the World War II veterans, all right? We show nothing but respect for our veterans out here. But I think you all know what I mean by that. It just doesn't make any sense. This one is way better than that like lore. If I had to rate this lore, it's like a 4 out of 10. It's all over the place, but it's, you know what? I appreciate and love when everybody makes lore. So better than what I would rate. I will say that. The character ability, again, is very all over the place, but essentially it's just a bulletproof drone that moves and shoots people. It's literally a better Twitch. And with that said, if I had to rate it, I would say I would deem it kind of, first of all, I would deem it broken, but if I had to, you know, not include the broken factor, it's like a 10 out of 10 operator. Like I would run this all the time. Are you kidding me? But it's broken. Like if it was supposed to be rated on a broken scale, it would be like a 1 out of 10, 2 out of 10. But honestly, this one was just fun as hell. Just a fucking madman Australian who just killed almost 300 people in like a war. It's insane. That was the last one we had to read today. I'm not gonna lie, like I'd say like a few good hits, mainly the first one. All right, shout out Shazam or Chasm. Had the best lore, had the best operator in my opinion. My least favorite one, respectfully, has to come down to the World War II veteran that was 91 years old. I don't get that one at all. That like doesn't make sense. Like not even in like who is this, fucking Steven Seagal? Like god damn. But if you guys made it this far in the video, make sure to leave a like, 2,000 likes, and we'll do another concept video. Be sure to like, comment down below your own concept, be featured in the next video. Have fun with it, guys, okay? That's the whole point of these videos. But let's get off of this topic and cue the outro music.
I'm about to say all the wire, you know I love a tiger. She got the buns I admire. I'm at the butt, I bet you call. I'm about to say all the wire, you know I love a tiger. I can go to her ass like a tiger. She like Poppy on fire. She like Poppy on fire.
You not to MLPOA. You got a gun, nigga. Me too. Buddy go what? Buddy go. Got buddy go. Blush you. Look. Buddy go. Buddy go. Digging that, looking back. Nigga digging that back. Buddy go back.